Alright, so the format of this video is going to be a little bit more different. I'm going to be doing something more, I want to say casual. And I'm probably going to be doing this format of video a little bit more often. But at the same time, everything's going to be well prepared. But I just want to be putting out videos more often rather than spending time editing them. So after 6 years of trading actively almost every single day, here are the things that I've learned that I want to pass on to you guys. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, if you're a complete beginner, you need to learn what trading is first of all. You cannot jump into a live account without knowing what a candlestick is, what reversals are, what a market structure is, what financial instrument are you really trading, what market are you really trading. If you're trading the gold US dollar pair, you need to know exactly what you're trading. If you're trading a crypto coin, you need to know what you're trading. So I trade very quickly, and it doesn't necessarily matter what I'm trading because I trade on the 1 minute chart only, exclusively. I don't trade anything else. 95% of my trades are on the 1 minute chart. I want to even say 99%. Some swing trades here and there, but I don't have the personality or the patience to be trading on the longer term swing trades. And that is an important point that you also need to take away from this, is you need to learn what your personality is, but we'll get into that later. So let's just say that now you've figured out what candlesticks are, what reversals are, what trading is in general. Once you figure that out, and you're never going to be really fully informed about what trading really is until you've passed years and years of trading experience. But that's okay. I didn't know that. Not even your favorite influencers or your favorite traders knew that. Not even the most successful traders knew what trading really is until years after they started. That's your first objective as a beginner. Now there's plenty of information online where you can learn what trading is all about, but you need to learn from the right people. How do you determine what is right and wrong? You wouldn't necessarily understand or know that from the beginning. So I suggest you take everything you learn or you're going to be told with a pinch of salt, just to make sure that it's not completely shaping you as a trader, so that you can shape yourself as a trader that fits your personality, that fits your edge, that fits your trading style. Now, all of these puzzle pieces will fall into place eventually, but it's just a matter of coming back to it and having repetition over repetition until you finally end up being profitable. But I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be without loss. That's obviously guaranteed. I can guarantee you that. I'm a lawyer and I never tell people I guarantee you something, because life, but in trading, losses are guaranteed, right? The next thing you're going to want to do is to never start trading with your own money. I personally made that mistake, that I started trading with my own money and I didn't understand risk management. I didn't understand anything about trading, right? And I put way more money than I should have put into trading when I first started out. I bought at the highest of highs and went all the way to the lowest of lows and waited literally years for my money to come back to break even. And I eventually sold it off and it went even higher into profit, but I never realized those profits. I never earned those profits because I sold at break even. So it was just my money sitting for literally years until I broke even again, right? I didn't understand trading. I didn't want to accept the loss either, so I didn't sell it. So I held it, but what if it never came back? It was just the worst way you could possibly start trading, and that's exactly what I did. So just avoid going through all the mistakes that I've been through, so that hopefully you can go on a better journey than I did. But really, for me, it wasn't an easy journey at all in this trading, let's say, career, if you want to call it that. So start trading with like a demo account, whatever amount you want. If you want, put in $100,000 if you want. That's something that you're not even going to start with, right? Do not start with $100,000. Use that demo account for 2-3 months. See how price reacts to what, where does it end up going? What is a false breakout? What is a reversal? What happens when you reach a certain zone? Blah, 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 blah. All those good things, right? And once you believe you've learned those things and you really are confident in yourself that you've finally got it, you're now going to be a profitable trader and you're going to change your life and you're just going to soon be driving a Lamborghini. Hold on to that thought and trade for 2-3 more months and make sure that you actually are profitable, because you probably are not, and that you also are trading with fake money, so you don't actually have any emotions attached to this money. So you're buying whenever, you're selling whenever, you're shorting, you're longing whenever. I mean, you're really just taking mindless decisions. But the demo account, why I tell you to trade that for a good 2-3 months, is because it gives you a feel of what the market would potentially be like. Now, once you've done that, start injecting some real money into it. And by some amount, I mean literally the lowest amount of money that you could deposit into your broker's account, into your exchange's account, whatever you're trading. It doesn't really matter if you're trading Forex, if you're trading futures, if you're trading crypto, doesn't matter. Just the minimal amount that will allow you, with your lifestyle, with your savings, to put them literally the smallest possible amount from your savings into the trading account. Now something changes. Now you have real money on the line. If you have $10,000 in savings, or if you have $1,000 in savings, $100 is not going to mean much, but it's still going to be enough for you to think, damn, I worked X amount of hours to earn that money, and if I lose it, then I'll literally lose time from my life. Not only time from my life that I'm going to be trading, but time from my life that I spent to earn those X amount of dollars, right? So now something changes. You start introducing yourself to the psychology of trading. And this is where most traders fail, right? I can easily turn $100,000 demo account into $1 million demo account, because it literally doesn't involve any emotions. It's fake money. It's not real. If you gave me $100,000 to trade when I first started trading, I can guarantee you that I would lose that money so quickly that I would probably blow half of that amount in 2-3 months. I would probably lose most of it. I'd lose like 80% of it, because I really didn't know what I was doing. And you won't know what you're doing either when you first start. Once you've started growing that $100 consistently, and you've grown it with a plan, you've grown it with a proven strategy that you think works, continue doing that. Grow that amount slowly, and prove to yourself that you are consistently profitable. Now, you're going to go through such an incredible journey while you are trading and turning yourself profitable. You're going to learn so much about yourself that no one has ever even been able to tell you. You're going to have to be open to learning these things about yourself. You're going to have to be on the lookout to learn these things about yourself. You're going to learn about your greed, about your ego, about how you psychologically handle losses, how you handle wins, how you handle knowing that you're in profit, and how you handle it knowing that you're in loss. These lessons not only teach you about yourself when you are trading, but it also applies to every aspect of your life. But that's something else and a completely different video that we can get philosophical on later on. In order to grow that $100 or $1,000 or whatever that amount, minimal amount is that you're going to be putting down, you have to stop caring about the actual money that you're making or that you're losing. Which is why I tell you to start with a very small amount, so that you don't really care about the money itself, because the thing that's going to make you money in the future, that's literally a printer for money, free money coming into your bank account or into your trading account, is the process, is the system that you put in place for yourself, is the rules that you put in place for yourself. Because whether you follow those rules with a $100,000 account or a $100 account, your outcome is going to be the same. On that day, you're going to make X amount percentage of profit or loss. So it's all about how you manage those percentages. It has nothing to do with how much money you're actually making. If you made $10,000 in profit in one trade, or if you made $1,000 loss in one trade, doesn't actually matter how much it is. It matters about the system that you're following. It matters about the way that you're trading. And that is so important. It's more important than anything else in trading. This is the golden nugget that you've been looking for to fix your trading, is how you manage your system. And the day that that clicks for you is the day that you're going to become profitable. But until then, you're not ready to be profitable. You're not going to be profitable. I'm telling you from now. You need to program your brain to stop caring about the actual results. You need to program your brain to care more about your system and your rules than the profit and loss that you're making. I've gotten up from trades that I've lost money on, and I was so hyped and so happy and proud of myself because I followed my rules. And I've gotten up from trades that I made money on that I was so pissed off at myself. I kept thinking that I didn't earn that money. I kept thinking that I don't deserve that money because I didn't follow my trading plan. I didn't follow my trading rules. I broke my rules, and I got lucky That's what that was. It was luck that made me that money. It wasn't because I earned it. It wasn't because I deserve it. I just got lucky on that trade. And had it gone the wrong way, not only would I have lost, but I would have lost more than I should have. This is for all the break-even traders. You're probably in this position. You see your profit going up, that curve just amazingly going up, and then all of a sudden you see that huge break or those tiny breaks down, and now again you're back to square one. You're back to zero. So how do you fix that? The only way you can fix that is if you journal. You have to write down what your mistakes are, and now you're optimizing. If you're on break even, congratulations, because you're now at a new level. You should have been journaling from the beginning when you first started trading. But now is the point where your journaling will get you to that next level, will basically put you in that 1% of people that are profitable consistently year after year. How can you know what your mistakes are if you haven't written them down? How can you fix those mistakes if you don't know what they are? So you have to write your mistakes down. You're going to have to write what you think you did wrong and eventually come up with this like summarized version of your mistakes. And you're going to have to summarize it into this one sheet or sticky note that you have on your laptop or on your screen that you can always refer to while trading. I myself have this tiny digital sticky note on my laptop with like 5-6 bullet points. And I know what those bullet points mean. To not do X, to not do Y, to do X or to do Y. And I follow those rules. And that sticky note is always tiny, that small on my screen. It's at the corner of my screen, but it's always open at the corner of my eyes. I always see it. So as soon as I figure out that I'm going out of those boundaries or out of those rules, I immediately stop the trade. Or when I see that I'm going in the right direction and I see those notes that say I should do X, Y, and Z to make sure that I extract the most profit possible out of this trade, then I do that. If you're an unprofitable trader, you're just going to have to think about trading in this way. Had you not taken any trades for the next year and you made no money, would that not be better than all of the losses that you have made till now? That sentence right there should blow your mind. Meaning that if you didn't take any single trades and you made $0, wouldn't it have been better than the negative $1,000, $5,000, $100 that you're on right now? If you hadn't made any money, you would have been richer than you are right now. So think about it like that. Don't just step into a trade hoping to make money. Understand why you're getting into that trade. It's not a gamble, it's a probability game. So just make it a goal for yourself to make $1. Once you make that $1, great. Now make another dollar. Now make 5 more. Now make 10 more. Great. Now you've made $10. You're more profitable than if you had not made any money at all, regardless of the losses, because you're going to make them anyways. Now that you've made $10, repeat that 10 more times. Don't up your risk times 10. Take 100 more trades to make $100. Keep that same risk and that same position size, the minimal position size that we talked about, and just keep doing that over and over and over again. Do that for the first year. Make only $2,000 your first year of trading. Wouldn't $2,000 only be better than the negative whatever you're on? Don't care about what anyone else is doing online. Don't care about the P&Ls that you see posted online, which by the way, a lot of them are fake. When you've been in the trading scene long enough and when you've been a lawyer for long enough to know that there's many scammers and many liars out there, you stop believing everything you see online. And once you've gotten to that point of being able to rinse and repeat that procedure in order to make more money, then you can slowly start upping your risk. Just start adding some of those profits that you've made onto your position size in order to slowly start growing your account. If you don't believe how fast that $100 or $500 can compound into you becoming a millionaire, for example, just go open a compound interest calculator and put in the numbers and you'll see how fast that thing can grow. But obviously take that compound interest calculator with a pinch of salt, because trading is not linear. You're not just going to keep going up forever and ever. There's going to be downfalls, there's going to be drawbacks, but it's just a question of how you deal with those drawbacks and being consistently profitable in a sense that you're not risking too much in order to make that money back. Anyways, this was a good talk. I'm going to be doing more content like this. I feel so at ease just sitting and talking to you guys. And until next time, ciao.